Hello and welcome here to Talking CP and welcome back to the La Liga season. It has kicked off and we have kicked off especially in the only way that we know how. We were presented with the La Liga trophy before the game kicked off and it was almost like they were just giving it to us. They were giving it to us in advance of what we're going to see over the course of this season, because quite honestly, with this squad of players, with this team, and this is not me saying it just because it's the first game of the season, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's only one game, what are you on about? But with this squad and the depth that we now have, there is no reason why we cannot have a tremendously successful season. There really is, because today we saw a team that was focused, confident, fit, looked very, very good on the ball, looked very, very good in the transitions, and they were outstanding in front of goal as well. So we're going to be discussing all of that and more. Barca's 6-2 victory over Real Betis in this video, and it is great to be back, guys. And thank you indeed for your patience. I know that uploads recently haven't been tremendously organised or regular, so thanks for that, for giving me that time. I did have some family problems, but we are here now discussing the new La Liga season, and what a game to kick off with, because when it started, when the game got underway, you finally thought, fantastic, it's back, Barca are back, we've got a season to look forward to with all these new signings. I think we've had a really, really good summer with the players that we brought in, and I was really, really looking forward to see what we can produce, because I think the injuries, you know, as bad as it is to say it, actually gave us a bit of a lift in some ways. I think obviously Iniesta getting injured was, quite disappointing. Any time that Iniesta is away from the pitch, you do feel a bit sad about that. But Luis Suarez coming in for the Super Cup and now for this first league game, he was really growing into that role. Really had a lot of confidence. He was given a few starts. Luis Enrique straight away put that trust in him, and he was outstanding again today. And the same goes for Titi. And then he was brought in instead of the injured Mascherano. He came on in the game as well. In the Super Cup, he was on for that game. And I think he played really, really well today as well. And I think, we're going to be analysing the whole game in general. But certainly the players that were the new signings, ones that have taken part, they've done really, really, really well. So let's go over the goals to start with then. We started the game pretty comfortably, passing the ball around well, as you'd expect. The crowd were good. It was a nice day in Barcelona. And the first goal came from Arda Turan, who, by the way, is on fire. He's got a few goals in the week again in the Copa, in the Super Cup, and he's got another one today. And it was a really, really good performance by him. Once again, playing in the front play, playing on the left of that trident in attack, replacing Neymar, who incidentally plays the final of the Olympic Games tonight against Germany. So best of luck to him in that game. He's going to be back with us very, very shortly. But Arda Turan playing really, really well. The ball came over the top. There again, Luis Suárez was involved. He was challenging his man. He didn't quite win the header, but they managed to get a very slight flick on. And Jordi Alba was around the back, very, very pacey, seems to be fully fit now, Jordi Alba around the back. And what he did really, really well was, because a lot of the time you see Jordi Alba possibly panic, possibly play the wrong ball instinctively, but what he did was he took his time, he settled himself down, he did his own time, his own pace, he picked out Arda Turan, he picked out a man, and Arda Turan was there to finish it off, simple finish, tap in, 1-0, and everything looked very rosy. But then not long after that, there was a free kick given away, and Claudio Bravo, on probably his last game at Barcelona, again, pretty sad news. That is somebody who's really, really rates him. I think he's done fantastically well during his time at the club. The free kick goes across him. It's on his side, which whenever a keeper is beaten on their own side from a free kick, questions have to be asked. To be fair to him, Ruben Castro, the veteran striker, put a lot of power into it. It was a very, very good strike, very, very clean strike, but it was probably savable, or at least maybe, the problem is that Claudio Bravo got fingertips to it. Whenever a keeper gets to a shot, they hope to, to probably save it. But like I say, very, very powerful from Ruben Castro. And at that point, Real Betis were playing pretty well. 1-0, they were in the game, they were challenging, but in the whole game, they had less than 5 shots, which is just tells you everything you need to know about our dominance. We had over 20 shots, really, really fantastic, all match long. And it didn't take us an awful lot of time to get back into the speed of the game, get back into the swing of it. And Lionel Messi was sensational. I'm going to come on to Lionel Messi's performance after I go through the goals, but the first goal and the second goal of the game for us came from Messi, and it came from something that we've seen time and time again. Lionel Messi sharply shifting that ball onto his left-hand side and absolutely bulleting the ball past Adan in goal, who stood absolutely no chance with this one. Sergio Roberto got the ball out right on the right, which happened a lot throughout the game. He had a lot of the ball over on that right-hand side, and he was given a lot of time as well. And when he did have that time, he often picked the right ball. He picked the ball to Messi, inside to Messi, and I was actually saying shoot, because we did seem to be in that open opening period, quite reluctant to have a shot on goal, but Lionel Messi saw the gap, he had a bit of space, he let fly, and it was a really stunning finish, and we took the lead. And it was a really nice goal for Messi. It was a vibrant celebration from him. All the families were there as well today, so all the players playing in front of their wives, their girlfriends, their children, and it was a really, really good way to show them exactly what they could do live from the Camp Nou. The third goal for us in the game came from Luis Suarez, his first of the season, of course, the Pichichi winner from last season. Can he repeat it? And certainly in this game, there's every evidence that he could go on and have a sensational season once again. And once again, it came from that right-hand side with Sergio Roberto picking the ball up. And once again, instead of aimlessly crossing the ball into the box, looking for somebody who might not be there, he took his time, he had a look up, he assessed his options. And once again, he played a very, very nice pass, very, very precise pass into the path of Luis Suarez, who finished stunningly across Arda. And again, a brilliantly finish, and it was very, very accurate into the corner. Adan did not stand a chance. And then it was the Suarez show. It really was. Luis Suarez doing everything that he could to really power home this game. And it was a really, really good goal once again coming from that man, of course, Lionel Messi. And it was not only Messi in this goal, though. It was a really team goal, a fantastically worked goal. And I think what we liked about this was just the quick transitions. We got the ball out the back. It was into the midfield quickly. Denis Suarez was there, played the ball on. And then it was a ball from Lionel Messi then, and it was gone to Arda Turan, who took a touch, very, very neat and tidy on the ball. He slipped it cleverly into Lionel Messi, who was in space, and of course Messi, being Messi, unselfishly squared the ball to Luis Suarez, who once again scored his second goal of the game. By that point, we really were on fire. The guns were blazing, we were firing on all cylinders, everybody in the stadium was warming to this football, and the players were looking confident. And I think the games in the Super Cup before this game actually really helped us. And a lot of the time you can say, oh, it's too soon to play those types of matches too soon in the season. But I think what it did was actually really help us. We look really fit today. We look vibrant. Real Betis, look, they didn't know how to deal with the pace of our game. And I think those two games in the Super Cup before this match really did help us to get up to speed, to get up to match fitness, because it's all good and well being fit enough going through that pre-season stage, but you need competitive matches, and some players often take a few games to really get into the swing of it. But certainly today, and on this evidence, we are very much in the swing of things, and there's many players out there who are right now playing at a very, very high level. And then before you even had time to blink, it was literally a few seconds after the celebrations of Luis Suarez's goal had finished, Lionel Messi added to his tally, got our fifth of the day. And it once again was a great strike. Different type of strike from his first one. His first one, of course, is powerful, but it had more placement and accuracy. This one, though, Arda Turan put it into the path. Lionel Messi running at the defence. He had a bit of space. Adan slightly off his line. Lionel Messi just smashes it across Adan into the bottom right-hand corner. And once again, a stunning finish, a stunning goal. His second of the afternoon, both of them coming outside of the area. That was our fifth on the night. And it was brilliant. It really was a fantastic game. It had everything. It had goals, it had pace, it had power. It had some, a lot of players playing really, really well, like I say. And then Suarez got in on the act, he got his hat-trick goal, and it was a free kick. It was superbly executed. Again, possibly you expect the goalkeeper to do a bit better, but he is ex-Real Madrid, so what can you do? But Luis Suarez getting his hat-trick, first game of the season, was a brilliant way for him to start. Brilliant way for Messi to start with this type of performance, and a brilliant way for everybody to start. The only thing I'm particularly sad about is Claudio Bravo. He conceded 2 goals today, both of them coming from Ruben Castro. His second goal was a bit of a scramble in the goalmouth area, a bit of a volley sort of across Claudio Bravo. Nothing at all they could do about that one, but it just would have been a shame, his last game in Barça colours, he could have gone out with a clean sheet. But of course, over his time here, he's had many of those. He's had many trophies as well to go with it. So if he does leave, it does look as though that is happening. Roberto Fernandez, our sporting director, has confirmed there is an agreement between Barca and Manchester City between the transfer of Claudio Bravo. It seems like today was his last game for the club. Also credit to him for playing in these matches and being in the right frame of mind, because he quite could have easily said, I'm not ready, I want to leave now. Of course, Ter Stegen is injured. It would have left us in the lurch a little bit, so credit for him to playing those games. But if we just talk now about the performance specifically of Lionel Messi tonight, because the game was fantastic. The team were fantastic tonight. There were some great players in there. Roberto played really well. He got a few assists. Arda Turan played really, really well. He got a goal and an assist as well. And Denis Suarez, like I mentioned earlier, was really, really good in that midfield area, moving the ball around. But Lionel Messi tonight, and of course Suarez got 3 goals, but Messi tonight was stunning. He was absolutely sublime. And I think when you come out after a game and you specifically talk about how good Messi was, that means he was absolutely brilliant, because Messi is always good. He's always got something about him during a game which will make him stand out. He's always going to do something which you think, that's a brilliant piece of play, that's a fantastic move, that's so good from him. But it was the way he went about the game today, and the number of different positions that he seemed playing, and the amount of influence he had throughout the pitch. Not only was he fantastic in the final third, but he was picking the ball up in midfield. And a lot of times you see Messi do this. You see him drop into that deeper position. And the problem is, against some teams, it's not always effective. You're not always able to see the best Messi when he picks the ball up so deep. You watch him do it for Argentina, and the problem is he doesn't have the support of his teammates. He doesn't have the clever runs of his teammates, and there's nothing he can do. But today he had everything. He had Suarez up front. He had Arda Turan, who was constantly switching between midfield and attack. He was making clever runs. He had Roberto and Jordi Alba making the clever runs down the outside, making the pitch wider, stretching the defence, and Lionel Messi was able to pick the ball up in some fantastic positions, and what he was doing with it was just sublime. In the first half alone, there was so many through balls, so many passes in which he was cutting over the defence, he was dribbling around players, he was using that burst of pace that we know that he has, and I think anyone who thought that Messi was going to come back from the Copa America deflated, devoid of confidence, they were so wrong. This is a player who's focused. This is a player who returned early from his holidays in order to get back to speed quicker than usual. He is focused, he's got energy. He's so determined to come back this season and work so hard, and I am so excited to see what sort of season he has, because he can score goals like we saw today, but he was also absolutely stunning in the way that he was creating the goals and the way that he was getting involved in the build-up, switching his positions, dipping in and out of the attacking and midfield roles. It was beautiful to watch. It was stunning from Messi. It was a vibrant performance from him. It was brilliant from Barca, and you know what I want to know? I want to know what your thoughts are, because that was a great way to kick off the season. It's energised us all. It's left us wanting more, and I'm absolutely sure that we're going to get more. So leave your thoughts down below, guys. I'm very, very excited to see what you have to say on the first game of this new season. Like I say, I would expect more videos coming thick and fast on the channel now that the season is underway in the league. I am excited. I'm sure that you're excited too. It's been great being back, guys. Look forward to hearing from you. I will see you very, very soon. But until then, as always, you know the drill. Vesca El Barça!